This former Hood County Sheriff's Office jailer was arrested for having an inappropriate relationship with an inmate. 23-year-old Rebecca Ruth Anderson turned herself in on state jail felony warrant. She worked as a jailer in Hood County from March 2017 to July 2018. Sheriff Roger Deeds says that he requested the Texas Rangers investigate the allegation when it was brought to his attention. Matt Urish for CBS.
Good evening, I'm Deborah Knapp. A Bexar County Sheriff's deputy finds herself on the other side of a jail cell this evening. As Eyewitness News reporter James Keith shows us, the longtime detention deputy is facing serious charges.
Bexar County Sheriff's Deputy Rita Alvarez was one of a handful of people arrested this morning by a federal drug task force. Sheriff Javier Salazar says Alvarez was collecting drug debts for this inmate, 35-year-old Cristobal Perez.
It was physically given to her, and then the money found its way to the inmate through electronic transactions.
Salazar says the deputy placed at least a couple $100s in Perez's commissary account. Perez has been in custody since late April for multiple drug-related charges. He's now facing a charge of engaging in organized criminal activity, the same charge, among others, for Alvarez. So why would this deputy, who's been at the sheriff's office since 2006, throw away her career and freedom for an inmate?
We don't know, James, at this point, if it was any sort of a romantic relationship, just a business relationship. I can tell you, and you know well, any relationship is unacceptable.
Salazar wouldn't rule out gang involvement as a reason for the relationship. Right now, the sheriff is hopeful, though, no other deputies are involved.
We're human. We have lives before we start our career. It's up to us to end those relationships when we get into this profession. Clearly, in this case, that did not occur.
The sheriff says Alvarez is on unpaid administrative leave. We're also told her job is being terminated. That's the latest from the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. James Keith, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
A man is handcuffed, shot and killed by police. The entire incident caught on camera, but no charges handed down by the grand jury. How can this be? How can this happen? Well, the answer is in the video itself. Watching it closely, understanding the context, makes the grand jury's decision a lot easier to understand.
El Paso police arrested Daniel Saenz on March 8th of 2013 on charges he attacked an off-duty officer at Del Sol Medical Center. The video begins with Saenz shirtless, his hands cuffed behind his back, and being dragged by a prison transport guard and El Paso police officer Jose Flores. Saenz was being taken to a hospital for treatment after repeatedly banging his head against a doorway inside the jail. Once outside, the struggle continues. The Combined Law Enforcement Associations of Texas, also known as CLEAT, released a statement regarding the video. CLEAT says after a long struggle with Saenz, Officer Flores initially reached for his taser. However, according to CLEAT, Saenz had already been tased 5 times earlier that day with little to no effect. Flores then pulled his handgun. CLEAT says the unidentified prison guard with Flores accidentally hit that gun, causing it to fire and strike Saenz in the left shoulder. Flores then goes back to Saenz, restrains him, and later begins to perform CPR. An autopsy revealed the bullet went through his shoulder and lodged into his chest. The autopsy also found Saenz had a chemical in his body, which is also found in bath salts. Back in February, the case was presented to the grand jury, which decided against charging Officer Flores with a crime.
And a lot of controversy surrounding this one. A lot of people online outraged that a police officer can shoot and kill someone who's handcuffed, and the grand jury listen to the evidence and say, hey, no charges in this case. But what you really have to do in this case, that's why I brought in Mike Brooks, is break down this video, take a look at what's happening, and take a look at some of the context involved here. So, Mike, let's start here by rolling the videotape as we take a look at it here and what we're seeing. And right here, this is a guy, right, who had already assaulted a police officer and is in custody, banging his head against the wall. So now they're trying to get him and transport him.
Right, and he's being totally non-compliant, Vinny, and they have him double cuffed. because he was so bulky. They put 2 sets of handcuffs together so that he could, remain handcuffed because just one set was too close together behind his back.
All right, here now he's dragged out, and this is where things start to get dangerous.
Right. The transport officer here, every time another officer transport him, you got to do another search just to make sure there's no weapons.
And here you see the resisting, and he's going down. They found traces of bath salts in his system. But again, they're having a lot of difficulty controlling this bodybuilder.
Yeah, because he's big, he's bulky, he's strong. He pushed off with his legs, and he's totally non-compliant.
Okay, and again, the struggle is continuing here. And if you have to understand, this part right here, if you look at it, this is a curb right here.
Right.
Okay, so keep that in mind as you watch what's happening. And at this point, you can see that he's reaching for the taser, now reaches for the gun, and that's when the gun is discharged at that moment.
Exactly. He's right-handed, so your taser would be on your left side, cross-draw, but he tried to reach around, with his other hand.
Let's take a look at it. We've got a freeze frame of him trying to reach for that taser. I want to put that up on the board if we can. Do we have it? Do we have it? I think we have it. Here it is. Okay, so this is more of a close-up. And this is and you see the taser is on this side, right?
Right, and he's trying to reach for it with his left hand because it's positioned in a cross-draw fashion, so you reach across with your strong hand because he's right-handed, because you see that's where he wears his pistol on his right side. So he wasn't reaching there. He was reaching with his left hand, trying to get it out, and it's very hard to get it out from that angle with your opposite hand.
Now, the other part of this, and what his attorney has said, is that at that moment he's remembering, and this is a guy who, when he was initially apprehended, was tasered 5 times to no avail.
To no avail, probably because of the chemical that's in the bath salts. He's hallucinogenic, it's a hallucinogenic, and it gives you almost like phencyclidine, PCP, very, very strong, makes you even stronger, and being a bodybuilder, he's probably stronger than both those two guys put together.
All right, so unable to draw his taser, he then draws his gun. Now, let's take a look at the next freeze frame, because this is significant, because a couple things are happening here. First, I want everyone to look here. This is the curb here. Just before this moment, the suspect at the time, now the victim of the shooting, is pushing off the curb and ends up pushing this officer off of him, and he falls backwards. And as he is falling, sorry about that, as he is falling backwards this way, he comes in contact with the officer's gun, who was holding the gun and pointing it at the suspect, now the victim of the shooting, and that's when the gun discharges. I'm miffed here, because I don't know why he would pull his gun anyway, because when you pull that gun, Vinny, when you pull your weapon, you're saying I am prepared to use deadly force against this subject. Now, when he pulled his gun out of the holster, his finger went right to the trigger housing, went right into trigger housing instead of just alongside like you would normally have it, and that's why when the transport officer... So is that where the mistake is made here? Because this officer is thrown off the suspect shooting victim,
right,
and then bumps into the gun, which causes the firing of the gun. But is the mistake putting your finger on the trigger rather than putting it on the side as you draw it out?
Well, I feel the first mistake was pulling his gun to begin with.
To begin with.
Exactly.
In this situation.
Exactly. Did he have pepper spray? Did he try using pepper spray on this person? We don't know. But he pulled his gun nonetheless, and his finger went right to the trigger housing, and that's when the other transport officer bumped against him. That's when the gun went off. You'd call it an accidental discharge. Yes, it's probably an accidental shooting because you probably didn't mean to shoot the person. But why did you pull the weapon out to begin with?
All right, so 2 ways it could have been prevented. 1, not pulling the weapon out, and number 2, when he did pull the weapon out, not have your finger immediately on the trigger unless you were ready to shoot at that moment. Exactly.
Because, when you pull your weapon out and let's say you're doing a search of a home, I'm searching with my finger right alongside trigger because that's the way you train. That's the way you train. Unless you have your finger right in when you're ready to shoot somebody, it's just a millisecond to put your finger in the trigger housing.
All right, Mike, so this bodybuilder guy, Signs, was double cuffed. What does that mean, and why would you do it?
It's basically because he was so bulky, you take 2 sets of handcuffs, you put them together just to make one. And if you notice in the video, his arms are further apart than normal. So you just take 2 sets of handcuffs, get somebody around, cuff them up there, cuff them up there, and there you have double cuffs.
All right, let's bring in the dream team today. Joey Jackson joining us. Great to see you, Mr. Jackson.
And you, Vinny. You don't look great in cuffs, though, I have to tell you.
That's the first time I've ever been handcuffed.
Yeah,
By the way.
Make it the last time.
Also with us, Ebony Williams joining us here in studio. Great to have you. And here's a freeze frame of the double cuffs, Mike, as we take a look. As you can see, his hands, I guess, spread a little bit further apart than normal.
Yeah, and you know, one of the disadvantages of this is because it gives you more mobility because your hands are further apart, and when you're that strong, it's an advantage for the perp. And earlier in the day, he had actually, when he was being transported, he had the double cuffs on behind him, and he was able to basically step out of them. And when they found him, he had his handcuffs in the front. Again, another disadvantage for law enforcement.
All right, let's take a look because there's another camera angle of this entire incident. Let's roll that tape and talk about what we're seeing. And this is sort of a reverse angle where you can see what's happening. Again, here, they're having a difficult time controlling this guy. Should they, Mike, perhaps have gotten a third officer to help?
They could have. You know, it's usually they're watching people when they're in the Sally Port here waiting for the transport. So maybe someone inside didn't see them struggling with this guy. But then again, I would have tried the taser again. I would have tried to do another drive stun of him with that taser where you take the taser and actually put it up against him and shock, you know, rather than using the barbs. But he decided not to.
Joey, what's your take on this whole thing?
My take is that police have a very difficult job. I respect what they do. They keep us safe. In this instance, I think they went too far. Why do I say that? The critical inquiry for me is two things. Number one, did I fear for my life as a police officer? Number two, did you represent a threat to my life? If the answer to those questions is no, then what they did, of course, is overblown. If a person is on the floor, right, they're on the ground, and they're in handcuffs, how do you represent a threat to my life such that I have to use deadly force? Not force. Force is certainly appropriate.
Wait, Joey, are you presuming that he shot on purpose?
No, I'm not. I understand, but if you want to talk about that, Vinny, he should not have had the gun out to begin with. Right. The fact is he had the gun out. Why not have the taser? Tase him, get him under control. Don't tell me about 5 times before I tried to do it and he was non-compliant. Talk to me about this time. He's on the ground. He's in cuffs. Use the taser. Don't have the gun in your hand such that a negligent act like someone bumping into you can cause its discharge. I think the actions here were inappropriate and, you know, presumably unlawful, although I know a grand jury decided otherwise.
Well, that's the other thing, Ebony. I mean, a grand jury, I mean, the old joke is you can indict a ham sandwich, but you couldn't indict this officer for this shooting.
I think the rules are different for officers, Vinny, and fair or not fair, I think that people, as Joey said in his intro, people defer to officers' judgment. We feel protected by them, and 9 out of 10 times, they are doing the right thing. But here, the third question to Joey's first two, was this the least restrictive, least deadly way to get this gentleman under control? And I don't think it was. I think he could have called for backup. I agree with Mike Brooks. He could have tried to tase again, do something least restrictive. By the time you pull that gun out, you're indicating deadly force is absolutely necessary.
Arlington Jail detention police officers could go from watching inmates to being inmates themselves. They say they are guilty in the 2015 death of someone in their custody. Marianne Martinez live for us at the Arlington Jail where all of this happened. Marianne?
Well, Ken, both of those former jailers entered a guilty plea this morning in the death of inmate Jonathan Paul. Now, it was here back in March 2015 when those officers were on duty and involved in a struggle with Paul. This is surveillance video of the final moments of Jonathan Paul's life. The 42-year-old is seen at the Arlington jail struggling with detention officers. It happened on March 10th, 2015. Paul was pepper sprayed and restrained. He later collapsed in his cell. 3 days later, he died at the hospital. Officer Steve Schmidt pleaded guilty to official oppression, and Pedro Medina pleaded guilty to assault, bodily injury. Schmidt, the senior officer on duty, retired when the investigation into Paul's death began. Medina was fired in November 2015. Now that sentencing for both of those officers is going to be tomorrow at 9 a.m. in Fort Worth, and they each face up to 2 years in prison. Meanwhile, Jonathan Paul's family settled with the city of Arlington for $1.25 million. Reporting live from Arlington, Marianne Martinez, CBS 11 News.
Thank you, Marianne.
Your eyes are open. Have you been drinking?
Yeah. Bad dealio.
Okay.
You know who I am or not? Midland County Sheriff. I'm good.
Do you know him? Yeah.
9. Oh, shit. Okay. Ready?
Ready. Ready when you are.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do right or left foot though.
Be careful what you say.
I don't know if I can pass that thing. Jerry, I can follow you to my brother's place. You know where I'm going. Hey, it was a bad day, man.
I have bad days all the time.
Jesus Christ, I'm a sheriff.
I know.
I'm a constitutional officer.
Blow, 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 blow.
And that doesn't have to read what it reads.
It's not like the old days.
Put those shoes on there behind you. Over there. There's a problem with the machine apparently. So let's take you in for a blood draw. It'll be the same. No, you won't get any violations on your restricted.
I don't. Jesus Christ, really?
Hey, I'm not trying to do you wrong, man.
Sir? 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 Pardon? Pardon? Sir? You need to wake up and talk to me. I don't understand. What are you doing? You're on the side of the road, slumped over. What's going on? What's that? I need to know you're all right. Right now you don't look all right. What's your name? Look like you're going hunting, no? Yeah? Sir, do you have any medical conditions at all? Have you been drinking? Sir, you need to talk to me. .31 Central. He's responsive, but not very responsive. Breathe in. Can't make out any words. Hi there. Whoa! Your eyes are open.
Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
Clear. I just updated EMS, also advising the 28 you gave me is David Paul George, 8145. Comes back, no record on computer.
David Paul George, 8145. What's going on today?
Oh, jeez.
Hey, firm. Coming back, no
Holy
record.
shit. Boy.
What is,
What do you got me lighted up for?
I have you lighted up because we had a call. Well, first off, it's so no one hits us.
Yeah.
And second of all, someone called, said you were sitting on the side of the road, slumped over, which you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on today?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
You gotta give me a little more than that. Not we don't all just sit down and sleep on the side of the road.
I know. I'm sorry.
Have you been drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Bad.
Okay.
Bad. I'm not driving.
Right, but you... How did you get here is the question.
Yeah, I know. Bad dealio.
Where are you coming from?
Midland.
Midland?
I'm from Midland.
Okay.
Hey.
4031 Central. He's responsive now. I've got him talking.
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
You know who I am or not?
I don't know who you are. Look. Well, let me step out of the.
No.
It's Van Sloten. What's?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Well, my dispatcher called. Someone thought you were dead over here.
I'm fucking good. Hey. Listen,
No, I don't know.
Van Sloten, hey, listen.
I don't know who you are.
I'm fucking Midland County Sheriff. I'm fucking good. I had a fucking bad day. Okay, I don't need EMS. I don't need you. It'd be cool if the what you know, but I do not need EMS. I'm fucking Midland County. Where are you?
Kalkaska. This is Kalkaska County.
Fucking A.
He's all right.
We're good.
I'll
get out.
Step out. Yeah.
Okay.
Step out. Talk to them. We're gonna need to know you're all right because they already have been called. You know the drill.
I'm good. Scott.
My name's Mike. I'm
Good,
one of the
Mike.
paramedics here at the health center.
Central 5111.
I do not need a help. I'm
511.
absolutely
Just wait here one
Yeah, the
second,
county
all right?
Hockey.
2 hours ago. How much do you usually drink when you drink?
not very.
You're not a big drinker.
No.
Okay.
No, but when
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. What did you? Yeah. It looks like he did. He had McDonald's.
I had a McDonald's.
Out of Lake City or?
Yeah, something. Yeah, something.
Was
like
it Lake
that.
City? Okay.
Jesus, get you guys.
I know.
Hey,
Do you know him? Yeah. I mean, what kind of a person would I be if I just let you go and drive off? You know?
I can take responsibility for it. I know you got to do what you got to do, and I'm not trying to.
I'm fine. I'm embarrassed. I'm not.
I realize that. I know, but I guess I just talked to my sergeant, and he said you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I understand. I mean, I get the camaraderie and the we're all.
No, it's more about. I understand what you're saying. I do. I get it.
And
how embarrassing is it? I've arrested more.
I respect the hell out of you. I do. But I talked to Kevin.
I've had a bad gosh darn day.
Yeah.
With mom and my uncle, and I don't want to give you a sob story. I'm not going to do that. I hate to put you in this situation, and that's what
Do you? How do you, on a scale of 1 to 10? Where do you think you're at?
For driving?
Alcohol.
Or
Drinking, yeah.
5. I don't know.
That would be good.
I can get to my brother's place in Kalkaska right now. I had to pull over. I had to take a little. I have not. You would not know my personal life.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm going to even get into that. I swear to goodness I won't. but I'm very frickin' embarrassed. Like, you can't frickin' believe. You can't frickin' believe.
How many drinks have you had?
Today?
Today.
Ooh.
In the last 4 hours.
4? I don't know.
In the last 4 hours?
Yeah,
That's-
yeah. It's
4 o'clock. A little after about 4:30.
They took my watch off. Yeah, it's 4:30. Yeah. 4.
So it's 4 and
4 beers, 4
beers.
4
yeah.
beers. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably
That.
okay.
Yeah.
You'd burn that off.
I can
When
burn
was the
it.
last? And you had the last one 2 hours ago.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Where at?
I was
Midland.
No, Gladwin.
Gladwin.
Yeah, because that's where I came from.
Okay.
Yeah. I can. You guys. Jesus Christ, I'm begging you, man. Don't.
We get it. But
I do. I do. I absolutely.
Pass the PBT.
I'm not going to get. Jesus, Jenny. I mean, I'm Jerry Cannon. Fucking. I'm going up to his fucking place tonight.
That's me.
Central 4031 status.
I'm good status. Listen, I'm in a shitty.
I know you were.
You know,
in a bad
this
spot.
is a shitty spot. I mean,
in Van Sloten, I'm sorry to put you in that position, but I've had a bad day, and that's what it is.
Let's do the field sobriety.
Yeah.
Jerry,
see if it plays out. I mean, if you said you've had 4.
Yeah, if what you're telling us is true.
The last one was 2 hours ago.
I should be burned off 2 of
You
them.
Yeah.
You would. Yeah.
But
you know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. No problem. You know the drill. No problems with your eyes. No medical issues. You know. I mean, you're.
Go ahead.
You're the. I'm gonna use my pen. I'm freezing. So I don't know how this is gonna.
I'm cold too,
I'm
so.
freezing my guts up. I use my pen. So, okay. Okay. Walk and turn. You know the drill. I like to start with my left foot. I don't know if that's just easier because then you end up pivoting correctly.
Yeah.
It's up to you though. Of course, you know, count out loud. Hands down at your side. Count out loud each step. 1, 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Right.
6, 7, 8, 9, pivot, and then follow back 9 steps. Hands down at your side, counting out loud.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, can't really do, you know. 9, 10. Oh shit.
You're on a slant here.
Yeah, you wanna start over when on a more flat surface.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Okay.
One leg stand. We'll do. Which dominant are you? You right or left-handed? I like.
I'm right. but
Right-handed?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't. Plant one foot, of course, you know, 6 inches off the ground. Counting out loud, let's say 20. 20 okay?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
So we'll do 20 with the parallel to the ground, foot up,
Yeah.
6 inches off the ground, hands up, down at your sides, counting out loud.
Okay. Ready?
Ready. Ready when you are.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do right or left foot though.
It's up to you. Whichever one's more comfortable for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay. Also, you know that you have to submit. What's that?
Oh no.
You said hey?
I'm sorry. You were speaking.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, that's okay. You have to submit to a preliminary breath test.
Yeah.
So, I'll go get my PBT, okay?
Okay.
All right.
What's that mean, Jerry?
Yeah, just be careful what you say.
Yes, I understand that. Yes.
You ready? You pass this, I'm going to take responsibility for you.
If I don't though, then I'm fucked. Oh jeez, you guys. This can be Jesus.
Rear-ending.
Jesus, Jenny.
Life-altering. It's serious business.
Jerry, this I mean, I don't know if I can pass that thing. I got to be honest with you before I even fucking take it. I don't think I can. 4 or 5 in the last, whatever. Jesus, Jerry, you can't do anything. Jerry, I can follow you to my brother's place. You know where I'm going. I mean, I got chili in my gosh darn rear end here for your place. Hey, it was a bad day, man.
I have bad days all the time. I know. I said I have bad days all the time. I get it. I mean, I don't know your story. I know my stories, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
like I said,
Yeah.
You put me in a hard spot.
Oh, I know, hon. I didn't mean to do that to you, but here's the other thing too. There's ways to get, there's things you can do to move around that type thing, and nobody knows and whatnot. Oh, Jerry.
Be careful what you're saying.
Well, all I'm saying is that, I'm very sorry for putting you in that spot, Van Sloten. I don't mean to do that, but Jesus Christ, I'm a sheriff.
I know.
Central 4031 status.
I'm a constitutional fucking officer.
Good. I know.
This is not a.
Okay.
Okay. You can't fucking do it. You can't fucking do it.
Well, if you refuse...
I understand, Jerry.
Like...
Yes. Jerry,
there's really no choice here.
I understand that. And you can put me in what... You can't take me to fucking jail. I'm a goddamn sheriff. I mean, you can, but I get it. I understand that, but Jesus Christ, my life's... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Man, we've been out here a long time. We're going to start attracting attention.
Jerry, I'm sorry. I understand. Okay. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Central 4031.
Oh. It's...
Go ahead.
You didn't blow hard enough.
Advising 31 that 4004 is back at the office if she needs anything.
10-4, she copies.
Jerry, can you just take me to camp? Like, can you do that or not?
You gotta blow.
Okay. I did, but I didn't blow hard enough.
Well, what?
I gotta reset.
Okay. Blow, 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 blow.
Is that good?
Might be.
Jesus. Oh, shit, Jerry. Well, you know what? Hey. Hey, man. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking praying. I know the situation I'm putting you in. I fucking get it. Jerry, Jesus Christ, give me a fucking, try to fucking help me out, man. I can't go to fucking jail for fucking drunk driving. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously. Jerry. That doesn't have to read what it fucking reads. Jesus Christ, Jerry. I'm I got my fucking uncle that's fucking going to fucking goddamn nurse home. My fucking mom's fucking the same fucking way. I have nothing. My brother and fucking it's been a fucking bad day, Jerry. Jesus Christ. Please help me, man. Fucking please fucking help me. Man, fucking help me. I got enough shit on my plate right now. I don't fucking need that. You know how fucking embarrassing this is? Do you know how fucking embarrassing this is, Jerry?
I can imagine.
Jesus Christ. And Van Slow, I mean, fucking A. Give me a fucking, I'm not gonna get into a fucking goddamn accident or something. I'm not gonna hurt anybody. Jesus Christ. Please fucking help me. Please fucking help me.
I want to, but I mean.
Jesus Christ, Lanslow, you can. You can. Jerry, you fucking, goddamn, Jerry. Are you serious? I can't fucking go to jail for drunk driving, man.
You created this situation.
Okay.
You know this. And it's a shit sandwich, and you're throwing it at her feet.
I'm not trying to throw it at her feet.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I understand you're upset.
I am so sorry
and
with
everyone
you.
has it. I know. You don't have to apologize to me.
I was pulled over on the fucking road, man.
I know.
It's not like I hit somebody or it was fucking.
I know.
I pulled over. I'm like, fuck. I gotta.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't.
Man, Slocum, please fucking help me out, man. Just fucking please fucking help me out. Jesus Christ. Jerry, fuck.
It's not my call. I mean,
It is your fucking call to a certain extent.
Well,
it is. Where's your fucking sergeant? I mean, Jesus Christ, Jerry, come on, man. I was, fuck. I got chili in the back of my goddamn car at your to go to your fucking place, man.
I know.
Jerry, this is not the end of the world, man. I was fucking pulled over. I was already over. I wasn't fucking knocking anybody off the road. I was fucking here, Jerry. Jesus Christ, I was here. I'm fucking going up to your fucking place. I mean, I had a fucking bad fucking day. I can't.
All right. You already heard it. Hold on. Just hold on.
I'm sorry. Slokin, I'm sorry for putting you in this spot. I really am.
It sucks. It does.
Well, you know what? I understand that, but I didn't hurt anybody. I was
understand.
Already over, and I was.
I realize that.
You know how embarrassing this is to take a goddamn PBT. You know how many of those I've given to people.
I know. I respect you.
Christ. I'm sorry. I do not mean to put you in this position, but
I know.
And I hate to put Jerry in the Jesus Christ. I've known him for Jesus Christ. It's been a bad fucking 2 days.
I'm sorry.
2 or 3. Well,
I really am.
and
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay.
I am.
And I understand. And I understand. I don't mean to put you in a bad situation. I really don't. And but Jesus Christ, don't fucking take me to jail for fucking drunk driving. That's the worst thing in the world. That's fucking terrible. I can't fucking do that, hon. I don't want to put you in a bad spot. I do not want to do that, but honey, I can't. Just get a fucking record.
Central 4031 status.
I'll sleep in the goddamn ditch.
Good.
Clear.
Honey, you can't. You just please don't fucking do
That's
that.
you put me in a spot
I
where
understand. Hon,
you know what I mean? You put me in a spot that I have no I have control over, but you know that morally I can't just let you go.
Don't then fucking get a hook and take my fucking car, and I'll fucking go with the hook and whatever. Be there for 8 hours or whatever. I don't give a shit. But you can't take me, man. Don't fucking do that. I'm a fucking sheriff, man. I'm
I'll take responsibility for this, so you don't have to tow or...
Okay. I'm so sorry.
I don't know what that means.
She's got to take you in.
Oh, Jesus Christ, sorry.
Everybody, I mean, it's on the radio, it's...
Yeah.
Sorry.
They don't, it's just... The cat's out of the bag. And... It's, you know, it's not like the old days.
Jesus Christ, Jerry. This is
So let's do what we got to do. You were in the car with the key. He had the keys. The keys in the ignition.
I have the keys
He has
right here
a
in
fob.
my pocket. It's a fob. Thanks, Jerry.
I know you would hope it would turn out differently, but there's nothing I can do.
Oh, jeez, Pete. Are you serious? There's really nothing?
Nothing.
Like I said, it was called in. It was over the radio.
Oh.
I mean,
honey, I don't mean to. I'm sorry to put you in a bad.
No, I just if I.
Honey, I'm so sorry to put you in that spot. I really am, because you're a nice.
I don't want to take you to jail. I don't. But I also, it's. I respect the hell out of you. I do.
I'm fucking ruined. I'm fucking ruined. Yeah,
Maybe.
Jerry, I am. You know I am.
Maybe.
Yeah, I am. And that's what it is. I made a poor choice. I drank too much today.
And you own it, and people understand. And
I'm fucked. I'm fucked. You're seriously gonna take me to jail for drunk driving?
I can't. There's nothing I can do.
There is, but,
yeah, but
it's okay, and I don't. Jesus Christ, Jerry, are you shitting me? You're a goddamn general. You can't fucking do anything, Jerry.
Who did you just talk?
I wish I could.
Bullshit. I know you can.
First of all, I'm not the sheriff anymore.
I know you're not. I know Abe's gone too, and I know.
And
and I
those
get
old
it.
days and ways are gone. Little or no flexibility anymore.
Jesus Christ, I can't go to jail for drunk driving. God damn it. Are you shitting me? Can you fucking not just, can I just not get this car towed and fucking put me, I don't fucking know, Jerry. Come on. Are you shitting me?
I'm not. It's as serious as the heart attack, and you know it.
I'm fucked. I am fucked. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
Here's the deal. Let's be grateful that they're the earliest to get released. Morning.
I can talk
Midnight.
to Kevin. I can talk to
I'll come
Kevin.
up and get them whenever,
Okay.
as early as possible.
I'll call. Actually, I'll call Griff. Griff's still in.
Hey,
and so I'll call. I'll give him a call.
Do you have a deer on this thing?
No, I got
A Parker or something?
No, I got my suitcase in there. It's got a handgun in there.
Oh, but what's this? Looks like you hit a critter.
Oh, this? No,
There's some right here too.
Yeah, I see the grill.
In the grill.
I
The
shot
grill's
it here-
kinda
I shot
busted
it
up.
here yesterday. I got a 4-point up in Gladden.
Oh, you throw it on the car? Or?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on the car. Yeah. Jesus Christ, are you shitting me? You
Nope.
gotta fucking arrest me for drunk driving.
We've already been through this.
All right, Jerry.
Lock her up, give me the keys. It'll be at my house.
I'm so, my brother's gonna be, Jesus Christ. My life's fucking taking a change. I'm fucked. I am fucked, Jerry.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. I'm fucked. I'm sorry to put both you in this position.
All right.
I'm sorry. I am.
I'm sorry to put you in a position you're in. I understand it's a tough position, but I'm fucked. I'm fucked. This is gonna go through the. I'm fucked. I'm fucking done. I am fucking done. God, I had such a good thing going, and I fucked it up just now.
How many years you got in?
Well, I'm.
On the department?
Jesus Christ, Jerry. I got 2 years of fucking gold, man, and I'm fucking done. All I need to fucking not do was fucking something like this, Jerry.
Well, you'll make it. You get the...
Well, fuck, I'm fucked, man. Jerry, I'm
If you're not
fucked.
going to run again, you made it. You'll make it. This isn't the end of the world. It's embarrassing. It's like not what any of us would ever choose to do, but it is what it is, and we can't change it. The bell has been rung. You cannot unring it.
How the fuck did it get rung, man? How the fuck did this
With the
go
traffic,
fucking...
hey, people called this in. An officer responded. I saw the ambulance go by my house. I go, oh shit, something going on. I come down just to help, see what the hell's going on. I didn't know it was you. Till I got here.
There's nothing to be done. Fucking get arrested. Jesus Christ.
Kevin Schaub's probably one of the better sergeants you can talk to.
I don't need to.
I would have realized it.
Just one is not the best fish. I don't know how many fish are left, but
Yeah, just get them up something. Pick your boots off there for me. Then I'll have you turn around and I'll pay you down. Nothing on it. shoes on those there behind you? Over here. Yep. Currently, releasing this guy, so I'll have you over and do this after now. So, there's a problem with the machine apparently. We'll just take you in for a blood draw. It'll be the same. No, you won't get any violations on your restricted. I'm not trying to do you wrong, man. I was just saying there's a problem with our machine, because she's done it 4 or 5 times and it's come up the same thing. Yeah.
I can refuse though.
No.
No, this is it because
Who said that?
Griff. Yeah, that's what Griff said.
Oh, he.
Just do it for on the machine to take him in for a blood draw.
No, I realize that, but do we know that?
He's gonna put in until we'll just need to come fix it again. Ever since they got this new guy, there's been problems.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so we gotta go. Can I get another cup of water, please? Someone drink.
He can now.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter now. Yeah.
My mouth is dry.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit of water.
Oh, was there? Oh, wonderful.
Sweatshirt or we'll sit back over here. We gotta go to the hospital.
Are you good to go? I gotta go clean it here.
Story this evening, a former Midland County jailer is now behind bars. Midland County Sheriff Gary Painter says the 25-year-old is charged with improper sex acts with a person in custody. Fox 24's Haley Brooks joins us live in the studio to break down all what happened. Haley.
25-year-old Sybil Gentry was arrested as a result of a month-long criminal investigation. She was arrested and accused of engaging in sexual conduct with a person in custody and tampering with evidence. Former Midland County jailer 25-year-old Sybil Gentry is on the opposite side of the bars. She was arrested after a month-long investigation into improper sexual activity and tampering with evidence. According to an affidavit, the victim is a 30-year-old woman who said for a month and a half while in custody, she and Gentry engaged in sexual contact numerous times. The inmate explained Gentry would bring her into a multi-purpose room where she would kiss her body and bite her leg, leaving bruises. At the time of the interview, the inmate showed bite marks left from Gentry. During this period, Gentry also gave the inmate a letter telling her to keep her head up because Gentry really cared. The former jailer has since been fired from the sheriff's office and placed in the Midland County Jail with a $40,000 bond. She is currently awaiting arraignment and bond setting. Reporting live in the studio, Haley Brooks, Fox 24.
Officer on the wrong side of the law facing organized crime charges.
Carl Birdwell was arrested this weekend for allegedly smuggling contraband into the Kerr County Jail. Our Corey Smith tells us who else was involved and what led investigators to the alleged ringleader.
Kerr County Sheriff Rusty Hairholzer prides himself on running a clean jail, so there's no doubt that he was disgusted when he found out that the person allegedly running the smuggling ring was one of his own.
I hope he gets the full extent of the law because I will not tolerate a crooked employee.
The object of Kerr County Sheriff Rusty Hairholzer's ire is this man, 22-year-old Carl Birdwell. The now former Kerr County Corrections Officer is accused of smuggling contraband to the very inmates he was paid to watch.
Sometimes he was in direct contact with them. Sometimes the inmate, through phone calls, would have their family member contact him on the outside.
It was last December when jail administrators noticed suspicious activity inside the jail. That sparked a 2-week internal investigation.
Going through and listening to hundreds and hundreds of hours of inmate phone calls, getting, cell phone records.
Investigators found that the operation started small, with Birdwell only smuggling in tobacco to 2 or 3 inmates. But then it grew.
Snuff, some pills, he got a cell phone to one for a little bit.
By the end of the investigation, 11 people, including inmates, were indicted. Some of them are pictured here. Hairholzer says he's not interested in why Birdwell did what he's accused of. His focus is making sure it doesn't happen again.
I am not going to tolerate this type of stuff inside this department. I never have. I never will.
Investigators are confident that they've identified every individual involved in this smuggling operation. However, there are still several people named in the indictment that have yet to be arrested. We're in Kerrville. Corey Smith, KSAT 12 News.
Now, Sheriff Hairholzer says that by the time the smuggling ring had been busted, Birdwell had only made a little more than $100. He now faces multiple years, though,
County jailer is now behind bars after he was arrested Tuesday for murder. A warrant was issued on Tuesday for the arrest of 24-year-old Angel Martinez. Martinez is suspected in fatally shooting 21-year-old Mark Rios in May of last year. Investigators say Rios, who was also a jailer, was trying to enter a home in the 5800 block of Kimbrough Drive to see a girl when he got shot several times. Witnesses told police Rios had tried to go into the residence through a door, but when he was unable to do so, he decided to break a window in that door. That's when police say Martinez shot Rios several times. Martinez is now on administrative leave without pay and is in the process of being terminated from his job at the Nueces County Jail. He is now in the Nueces County Jail on a $500,000 bond.
That's all, folks. That's all, folks.